up guys, Anthony here and welcome to my live reaction and review for Haikyuu chapter 397 continue. Alright guys, so last week due to work and everything and just being very run down, I didn't want to put up crap videos of being going, they're not cool, they're not right. I want to be up, hyper, active, let's rock, let's roll and just rock into this. I love Haikyuu. It's one of my favorite series at the moment. It does feel like Haikyuu is coming to an end, which really does suck, especially with the Promised Neverland going into its final chapter, which makes me really sad because I have been reviewing that series since chapter 1 or 100 and something weeks ago, 180, probably 190 weeks ago. I know there's only 181 chapters, but there's obviously breaks and stuff like that. Obviously, I think it's only up to 60 or something like that. Can't remember how far back this channel goes, but on my old channel, I did start at chapter 1. And I do plan to go back and reread it right from the start again once it's finished, just to relive the hype, relive the gloriousness of that series. But anyway, guys, we're not doing Promised Neverland today. We are doing Haikyuu, chapter 397, continue. So without any further ado, guys, let's get into it. We're starting with a very phasey, darky stuff. And it's starting with Beyond That Door. Things that are left behind. Grab it now. Alright, we got Hinata in the top panel. We got the doors open. We got a young kid with a Bokuto shirt on. Alright. Chapter 397. Continue. Alright, so we got Mia Atabu serving for the Jackals. Kurai has received it. And it's gone up, obviously, back to Kageyama. And it's gone to Romero. Romero's smacked it. And it looks like it's come off Main's hand with a one touch. And he's got Hinata there. It looks like the Jackals are going for a synchro attack. Alright. And it's gone to, I believe that is Main. Yeah, Main got the spike. We've got Kageyama and Sokolov. They're going for the block. And we've got, it looks like Romero. No, not Romero. Looks like the Libero for the Elders receiving that, putting it up. And now they're going for a synchro attack. Ooh! That's synchro for synchro. I see what Kageyama's doing here. Kageyama's being a bit of an ass. Kageyama's putting it up. Alright, who's it looks like it's Wakatoshi or Ushijima. Goes up for the spike. He spikes it straight at Mia. And Mia's like that. He's taking it. Another right. Ushijima Wakatoshi. What? Who is that guy, for God's sake? So Ushijima's got the big spike in and won the point. It is 9-all in, I believe. Yeah, it's the 4th set. The Jackals are up 2 sets to 1. Alright. So the current rotation, it's Kageyama serve with Sokolov and Kurai in their back line, with Romero, Hirugami, and Ushijima in their front line. For the Jackals, we got Hinata, Main, and Bokuto in their front line, with Mia Atsumu, I think it's Inuaki, and Sakusa in the back. So for the Jackals, this is probably their strongest formation, with Mia, Inuaki, and Sakusa in their back for the defense, and Hinata, Bokuto, and Main for their offense. Alright, so Kageyama's gone. Alright, let's have a look. Yeah, it's Kageyama serves. So Kageyama's serving. Bang. The Sakusa and Hinata both left it, and it's gone out. Out. So it's been called out. If it went in, it was yours. It was mine. Sakusa, that was mine. And he was like, crap. That was mine. That was mine. So it's 10-9 to the Jackals. Alright. So our next rotation is for the Elders. It's the same rotation. They don't rotate. For the Jackals, they rotate. So it's Sakusa, Hinata, and Main in their front, with Bokuto serving with Mia. And I believe it's more than likely Thomas now in their back line. Alright, so it's Bokuto serve. Bokuto served it. Nice receive. Alright. From the left, Ushijima. So it looks like Ushijima's coming in. We've got Hirugami in the middle. We've got Romero on the right. It's like, ugh. Alright. So it looks like Kageyama's gone to Ushijima. To Wakatoshi. And we've got the block. Okay, what's going on? So we've got like a big, right? It's kind of gone, bounced off. Hinata's there as well. Aim the cannonball. The cannonball main. Right, so it's like it's gone back up again. Kageyama. So it looks like Kuroi's calling. It's really pissing me off, but if I were in their position, I would do so too. Alright, so so they've got like a rebound here. So he's gone off the block and he's gone back onto their side. And Kuroi's calling for the ball. Kageyama sets the blocked ball into the opposite side by himself. Okay? Hoshumi turns back from the right back. So Kuroi's coming flying in from the back. We've got Sakusa going up for the block, and Kageyama's smiling. Kuroi's like, Saki's like, huh? What's going on? But, oh, it's Hinata! Hinata's coming out of nowhere. He's like, woo! So he's just coming out of nowhere. But, and he's got the shutdown block on Kuroi! Oh, that is sick! That is awesome. That is sick because I believe it was like, not last week, the week before, Hirugami got the one-up on Hinata, and I was wondering how Hinata is going to get the one-up on Kuroi. And he's done it by actually shutdown blocking. I was about to say that there's only one block left due to the absence of the middle blocker. But from the opposite side, he ran through in no time and became two. Hinata. Block. Hoshumi. Hinata was originally a middle blocker, right? Damn, I couldn't see him because he is small. And he's like, yeah. Hinata's coming out like, what? So you can see like where Sakusa's gone straight up, you can see Hinata's like that. His legs sticking out and he's kind of flying across like that. So he's come literally at the last second, Kuroi off guard. I love it, and got the shutout block on him. That is awesome. Alright. Volleyball is basically a game that keeps on looking up. You need a technique to understand their movement with limited vision. But Kuroi obviously has excellent techniques. But number 21 in an unexpected place, moreover. For Kuroi, who can't fight a little giant, isn't familiar with a small opponent getting inside his vision all of a sudden. So basically, Kuroi's, obviously because Kuroi and Hinata, they're so small, they're constantly taking on bigger, larger guys. They're not used to seeing this little guy coming out of nowhere. So Hinata, being a smaller guy, used that to his advantage and appeared out of nowhere, catching Kuroi off guard. I love that. That is awesome. Alright, so we've got flashbacks here to the Spring International Tournament, the Nationals Tournament. I want to beat him. It's not like he sprained his finger. It'd be hard for him to come back. I don't mean in this match. So this is a flashback to the National Tournament. Even so, how come you took 6 years for it? So we've got Hakuba Gal, 23, for Kamimedai High. Tachibana Red Falcons middle blocker. Hinata Shouyou! Alright, I'll wait for you. So we got them staring off. I love it. That is awesome. That picture there is like, it's like, oh yeah, bitch. I can just see him like, I can just see him go, I can just see him totally doing that. Like, it'll be awesome. Like him and Bokuto. That'll be awesome. Because he experienced the two-man system of beach volleyball, responsibility more like the obsession with all the things happening in the court is reliable. Yeah. So basically that's a lot of the beach volleyball, because obviously there's two of them. You know, if one goes up for the block, the other one needs to be there. So Hinata has that ability to bang and go and move. You know, obviously moving in sand. If you ever try to run in soft sand, very, very hard. But you can see, obviously, with Hinata, he built up that skill, and now he's converting those skills from beach volleyball into indoor volleyball. Alright, I want to try beach volleyball. So this is a flashback to him talking to Coach Ukai. The timing, positioning, learned and polished from the beach volleyball. And so we've got our current rotation of, so it's Hirugami or Ushijima, with Romero and Kageyama in the Elders backline. Alright. It's Heiwajima. Sorry. Heiwajima. And then we got Ushijima, Kuroi, and Sokolov in their front line for the Elders. And for the Jackals, we got Mia, Thomas, and Sakusa with in their front line with Boto. More than likely, from what I can see, is Inuaki and Hinata with Hinata serve. Okay. Alright, so it's gone up. Hinata served it. Kageyama setting. It looks like it would have been Romero receiving. It's like, ugh. So it's gone up. And it looks like we got a flashback here, but it's very, very dark. To the Karasuno Shiratorizawa match. Alright. And it's the part where Ushijima smacked the spike into Hinata. And then we got another one of Ushijima pushing Hinata down. Okay? So Ushijima's gone. So the ball's gone to Ushijima. Hinata's watching. Ushijima's gone for the big whoom. You can see his arms like a whip going through. He spiked it. A strength that was resentfully yearned for. Can you overcome it? Okay. And it looks like Hinata is dodging that ball. So it looks like Ushijima, and I love, like, if you guys are reading this alongside with me, the top left panel, right, where we got the ball after, and we got Sakusa and Thomas there going up for the block, and we can see Ushijima's eye, right? It's very faint, it's very little, but it's very much directed. Like, you could tell from this one panel, Ushijima was looking at Hinata with the sole intention that that spike was going at Hinata, right? No ifs, no buts about it. And then we see him going up for the spike, and then we see Kageyama smiling, and then we go up to where Ushijima is in the top panel there, and we see Thomas and Sakusa going for the break with the ball coming out. We got like little eyes. They're only little, like they're probably like that. They're tiny. Oh, that's actually quite big, but they're tiny. But you can see like the eyes are like they're like staring a hole through us. And then we got Hinata like zoom, dodging out of the way of the ball coming flying at him. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of Haikyuu chapter 397. I love the fact that we are very much straight back into the matches. This is awesome. This is sick. I cannot wait for next week for chapter 398. Woo-hoo-hoo. It's going to be awesome. But anyway, guys, hang on a second and we're going to jump straight into the breakdown. So chapter 397 of Haikyuu continue. This was very, very much based on the match. And we had a lot of little things kind of come back to the surface. So we have, I'm going to quickly scroll back to the top like a smart person. But yeah, so we had a lot of things coming. So we start off with basically people coming into the stadium and basically kind of building up the atmosphere and everything for the match. We then go straight into the match with Miya Atsumu continuing his serve, with Kurai receiving it, and basically progress through the match. And then we get a synchro attack, the first synchro attack that we see in this match. And then obviously the elders receive this, and then basically they return in style with their own synchro attack, which is kind of funny because I can just see Kageyama totally doing that just to be an ass to me. Ultimately, be like, yeah, you did one, but boom, this is how we do it. Let's do this, boys! Woo! I can see Kageyama just doing that, right? Obviously not as flamboyant as that, but you get the point, right? And then we basically we're just progressing through the match. And a lot of this is due to Ushijima obviously winning that point from the thing. We get to 9-all. We get a nice little rotation there. We got Kageyama serving the next thing, and he serves it out. And the funniest part is, the real funny part of this was there was a part where they go 10-9 up, and you know, if it went in, it was yours. It was mine. It's like, what? So it's like, kind of, it's like, that was yours. That was all yours. I had nothing to do it. So I was, literally just passing off if the ball had gone into Sakusa, which I thought was hilarious. Right? And then we kind of progress with the match. So not a lot really happens in this. Like, it's very much just match. The match going down. Both of the serving. Very much a lot of the attacks are coming through Ushijima and stuff like that. Right? And that's pretty much what's going on. The real big part is this. So what ends up... This is one of the biggest parts of the chapters. So Ushijima gets basically a block return. So where he smacks it into the block, it goes back over, and Kageyama sets it for Kurai. And then at first, we see Sakusa there, and we see there's somebody else, I believe that's mine. If you look at the thing, you see in that top panel there, where it says Kageyama sets the blocked ball into the opposite side by himself. Hoshimi turns back from the right back, right? In that panel there, we see mine going crap, and then if you look in the middle, you see Hinata flying across because we've got Sakusa already up in the air, right? So basically, we see the ball is probably a good, maybe I'd say half a meter, not even 30 centimeters away from being spiked. So maybe a second, half a second, and that's enough time for Hinata to come flying through. We see Kurai spike it, and then as he spikes it, you see his hand just come like flying up like that, right? That is Hinata, and then we go to the next page. Hinata says like boom, and next thing you know, it's not the closest hand, it's his furthest hand, and we see Hinata's like this. So he's spiking, like he's kind of on a bit of an angle type of thing. So he's kind of like that. So he's like, and he ends up getting the shut down spike on Kurai. And I love this because this is the one up that he got on Kurai, right? Because I believe it was about 2 chapters ago, Kurai went for the spike. Hinata went to go and then went to move his hand out of the way to make him spike it over his head and out. But Kurai caught onto that and smacked it into his hand and ended up just like, I think he did he smacked it in and like down and ended up getting the point, catching Hinata off guard. So I was wondering how Hinata was going to get back at Kurai. And this is how he does it. By appearing at the very last second, as soon as Kurai spiked the ball, Hinata's going whoop. So the ball's been spiked and then you see his hand get zook. It's like bang. And then a shut out block. Right? Which is awesome. And then we see it's like Kurai going damn. Like I couldn't see him because he's small. Right? And then we get like a little bit of a explanation of why Kurai didn't see him. Obviously guys like Hinata and Kurai, they're small guys. You don't see many guys that tiny going up for spikes. And that's, it's not a normal thing. Normally you see these big guys like Ushijima or Romero or Sakusa or Bokuto. They're tall, broad, big guys. So they're used to seeing those type of guys. Having a small guy come out of nowhere is very off-putting. Especially someone like Hinata, who's been playing beach volleyball. He has that tenacity, I guess you got. They go up, it's like bang, crap, and then to take off and go up again, right? Because involves beach volleyball, there's 2 people. There's a receiver and there's a blocker, right? So I like that. And basically the general gist here is volleyball is basically a game that keeps on looking up. You need a technique to understand their movement with limited visions. But Kurai obviously has excellent techniques. But number 21, in an unexpectable place, moreover, for Kurai, who can't fight a little giant, isn't familiar with a small opponent getting inside his vision all of a sudden. So because of Hinata's height and his size being small, he's kind of like Kuroko, right? In that, as we know, with Kuroko, he had this ability to kind of just disappear because he didn't have much of a presence. Hinata doesn't have that much of a presence in defense. And it's in offense, massive presence. But defense, not so much. So when you see him kind of pop up at the last second, it catches people off guard. And that's the main thing. We then get a little flashback of Kurai back at the national tournament saying, I want to beat him, but I don't mean this match. And then we got obviously coming out the president with Haikyuu, who's the guy he was talking to, saying, seriously, it took you 6 years to do this? Like, come on, what the hell? Right? And then we got, like, obviously his final words saying, Hinata Shouyou, I'll wait for you. Then we got what was probably the best picture in the entire chapter. Hinata, Kurai staring each other off, like a full stare down. Everything, I love it. That is hands down probably the best picture in the chapter. Right? Then we get a little bit of a flashback into Hinata talking to Coach Ukai, saying that he wanted to try beach volleyball and stuff like that. We then move on with Hinata serving, because it's now here to serve. Kageyama going up for the serve. And then we get like a really dark page. Right? This is meant to be a flashback page, but I feel like they've definitely got way, way too dark. So I think this is maybe a draft type copy for like the translated version. And they've gone very, very dark. I think they need to lighten this up so we can see. Especially like in the final panel where we got Ushijima really standing over Hinata doing that and holding Hinata down. Because this is a scene from one of the seasons where Ushijima is holding Hinata and Kageyama down by himself in the Shiratoizawa Karasuno. I believe it's season 3. Yeah, it should be season 3. So this is probably the one page that I'm not happy with. Like the art is so like flashbacks and showing us Ushijima spiking it at Hinata, and Hinata's like by taking the hit and again launched back and stuff like that, and then the whole like the pressure type thing. But it's very, very dark, very hard to see. Like you can make it out, but I think they need to lighten that up a little bit. That's just my only opinion on that panel. Then we go to our final page for the chapter, where we got Kageyama setting it to Ushijima, and we know Ushijima is targeting Hinata. And this is one of the other better pages, because if you look, and I mentioned this in the live reaction, if you look in the top left panel, right, where you see Sakusa and Thomas up for the spike, and you got the ball there, and then it goes down to our final panel for the chapter. If you look at Ushijima, you can see that they've made his eyes very prevalent. I think that's the right word. Like very, like I'm looking at you. They do it in the first panel. Hinata's doing it in the second panel. Then we got the spike. It looks like Ushijima's arms like a whip, because he's got whoop, like a whip coming through. Then we got Kageyama kind of smiling. I believe that looks like that's that has to be Kageyama smiling. And then we got Ushijima having spiked the ball right at Hinata. We know it's at Hinata because we look at the final panel and we got Hinata. He's like dodging. It looks like he's dodging out of the way of the ball. Or maybe he's maneuvering to position himself in the ball's path so he can set it up. So I'm really interested to see whether he's moving out of the way or moving in the way. I don't really know yet, because it looks like the ball is spinning like that. So that will mean it will go like in to the page. And it looks like that's the way Hinata is moving. So, and we see that like I said, Ushijima is definitely targeting Hinata with this spike. Like big time targeting Hinata with the spike. We can see that. Because even in that panel above, like I said, you can see his eyes, like the pupil in his eyes. It's like they're staring a hole through Hinata. So yeah, that is our chapter overall, guys. Overall, very solid chapter. I absolutely love this chapter. This was a damn good chapter. The only real big criticism I have is that the second last page. It's too dark. Like the paneling is nice, and I think what they should have done is left it normal. Maybe put like a very, very light tinge, like very, very light, right? And because there's other one, I'm gonna just like it's other ones where they did it really, really well, where it looks clean, like where we see Hinata talking to Coach Ukai saying, "I want to try beach volleyball." That was done really well. The flashback with Kurai talking to Gao, that was good. That was done nicely, right? There's a lot of really good ones done. I just feel like that page, they went too dark. I think all they needed was a very, very light. And when I say light, I mean like barely anything, because that, especially on that final panel, because that final panel is very, very dark. So that's probably my only real grievance with the chapter. But besides that, the art was really good, like really solid. I would say the two best pictures, definitely the one with just after the Kurai flashback with Hinata and Hoshimi staring each other down. That one there. And I would have to say the other really good. There was a lot of really good pictures in today. All right, and I have to say the other one that really stands out is the second last panel. That really stands out just for the directness and the intensity of Ushijima purposely targeting Hinata. I like that. They were done really, really well. So overall, guys, for the chapter, hype, definitely got some hype in there. Full match type chapter, what we wanted to see. I love that kind of stuff. Miya Atsui Kageyama going 1-for-1 with the synchro attacks. I love that. All really awesome stuff. So that's why this week, guys, I'm going to give Haikyuu chapter 397. I'm going to give it 3.5 stars. What really brings it down is that second last page. It is way too dark. I think they really need to, if they lightened that up, I'm going to wait to see the official release, which I believe will probably be tomorrow. And I'll give you a little bit more feedback on that in next week's chapter. But if that's how it is, it's very, very dark. They need to lighten that up a lot. But anyway, guys, that is all for me. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys thought. Did you like it? Didn't like it? All that kind of jazz. Smash that thumbs up. It'll be greatly appreciated. And of course, ding that bell. It will dangle whenever I upload. And as always, guys, I'm Anthony. You guys are awesome. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.